Hello, semi fascists. We're going to talk about that. Cowboy football, college football, and much more coming up on this edition of Plugged In. Join Karen and me coming up next.
Good
Welcome in,
morning.
everybody. It's good to have you to this edition of Plugged In. I'm Jack. This is Karen with Falmore Real Estate, powered by our good friends over at
Remax
Remax Trinity.
Trinity.
It's good to have you along. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day. We've got a good show planned for you today. The Cowboys won their final preseason
They
game.
did,
Made,
barely.
made their cuts down to 53. The thing that really got me is that they cut both
Cooper
quarterbacks,
Rush
Cooper Rush
and
and Will
Greer.
Greer.
Yeah.
But I noticed this morning that they had signed them back to the practice squad, so they are eligible to come up anytime. And they cut their kicker, Brett Maher.
So we have no kicker.
We have no kicker on the
Go figure
53
that
man
one.
roster, but they did sign him to the practice squad.
Oh, they did sign him to
Yeah,
the practice.
so what they're
squad.
doing is finagling a little bit
Your
and
little
seeing
cap.
who's still out there on the free agent market that they might bring in
Yep.
as a left offensive tackle
Yep.
since Tyron Smith went down.
Well, I
So,
guess they'll look at when they play Tampa Bay.
yeah,
That'll be a tough game.
that will be
and
a tough
see.
game. That's Sunday
Make some more
week.
adjustments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunday week.
Yeah.
But
It's
anyway, that's not the only football news, man.
No.
High school football kicked off last weekend.
yes, it did.
Man, congratulations to Lake Worth, to Fort Worth Chisholm, and all
Now
the.
you have to tell the funny story.
Well,
You have to. It is too hilarious.
boy,
I'll tell it if you
boner.
don't.
I pulled a boner. I called over to the Lake Worth athletic office to see if I could get Coach Welch to do an interview for us, and of course I got the voicemail. So, in my best professional voice, I left a nice professional message.
Voicemail.
At the very end, I said, "Let's go, Bulldogs."
And they're
And
not
then,
the Bulldogs.
they're not the Bulldogs, they're the
The
Bullfrogs. So Coach Welch or any of the Lake
Was
Worth
hilarious.
Rooters out there,
Oh, my gosh.
honest mistake because I was just reading an article about
So-
the University of Georgia Bulldogs, and that stuck in my head. But
So,
I
Coach,
apologize.
hey, we all make mistakes.
We'd sure love to have you on, Coach. Looks like you
Yeah.
got a great team
Yeah.
this year. Another thing that's going on, Karen, is all the campaign rhetoric
Oh
is
my gosh,
starting now.
it's going to start, and it's really going to start after the Labor Day weekend. It's like we are going to be so worn out by November the 8th.
We're going to be inundated with political messages.
Oh, and the hate and everything that's going on one side and maybe the other. I don't know. I'm not going to say one or the other. It's on both sides.
Yeah, our illustrious president called all Republicans and conservative people semi-fascists.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, I do, and I don't like it.
Oh.
And if he thinks we're a bunch of semi-fascists, then you Democrats and you, especially Joe Biden and liberals, are
Maybe he's
semi-Nazis.
talking about
That's
himself.
the way I look about it. I don't know. He don't even know who he is.
And our illustrious president has a speech tonight.
Mm-hmm. He does.
So we'll see how that goes for him.
It should be a lot of, well, it should be a comedy skit, is what it's going to turn out to be.
I mean, God bless his little heart.
I'd give $500 for somebody to unplug his teleprompter while he's giving a speech and see how far he goes.
You know, I could follow him if he would just be positive and not be so divisive about most everything he's doing right now. I mean,
That's correct.
just work for the people and not for yourself and your political party.
That's correct.
You know, that's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I'm kind of more of an independent leaning right than I am a total Republican.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see a candidate that might be on the other side that has some good ideas, I might consider them.
Absolutely.
I
I mean,
didn't- I-
we're all Americans,
Yeah.
and we need to take America's best interest into heart and that's done by researching each of the
Yeah.
candidates. And speaking of candidates, coming up in a couple of weeks, we have an old friend of ours, Tim O'Hare, is going to join us
Yep.
for an interview here on Plugged In. Tim is a Republican candidate for the Tarrant County judge here, and the November elections are creeping up on us. Tim has got some wonderful
He
ideas.
is awesome person. He is a very nice person.
He is a great
Yeah.
person, and he loves this area. So,
Yeah, you had him on Grandpa and Pappy, I think, a couple of times.
yes, I did. Yes,
So
I did.
he's and he's young,
Yes, and he's looking out
smart.
for us, and
Mhm.
especially in the area of property taxes, folks. You won't want to miss this interview. That's coming up in a couple of weeks here on Plugged In.
Hey, I want to wish my little grandson, his birthday's coming up this Saturday, a happy first birthday.
1 year old.
I
Can you
can't
believe
believe
that?
it's been a year. But
I
anyway,
can't
happy
either. I
birthday
mean-
to Theodore. We call him Theo.
Yeah,
He's such a little cutie.
I just call him Beaver. You know.
Oh, whatever.
Even
Shut
though my daughter threatens to kill me every time I say that.
Or the chipmunk. But
That's
he is
right.
a little cutie pie.
He
so
is,
smart.
and looking forward to his
Yeah.
party on Saturday. Anyway, college football kicks off this weekend. Of course, my Texas Longhorns is going to be facing the University of Louisiana
Oh, my
Monroe.
Lord, you guys. Ugh,
And yeah,
my house goes through transformation.
It does. It
We
does.
have stuff all around the TV. His Lucky Charms.
Yes,
2 helmets.
my Longhorn football
hat.
helmet. My hat is
Ah.
on top of the TV, and they're all looking in on the TV.
Yeah,
So,
well, it goes away when Christmas comes around.
well, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it does. When it does.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
true. And our own TCU
TCU.
Horned Frogs are going to open up
Sure,
against.
it's not bullfrogs?
You ain't going to let me pass that one, are you? Anyway, the Horned Frogs are playing Tarleton State. That's at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. It's being played right here in Fort Worth, Texas. And of course, the Longhorns will open up in Austin at Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. That's at 7 o'clock if you want to watch that game. If you have the Longhorn Network, like we do, you can be sure to watch that at 7 o'clock. Go Horns, go Frogs. You know, we love TCU.
We do love TCU. I
You know,
like
they're
TCU.
my second college.
In fact,
to
the
root
little
for.
running back, was he a running back?
Turpin?
Or Turpin? He's
Yeah, he
from
was a
TCU.
wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's from TCU.
Yes, he is, and he made the Dallas Cowboy roster.
Is it this year that Gary Patterson
Yeah.
was last year he went to UT as
Well, they hired him in the off season as a,
right.
a special
Consultant.
assistant to the head coach,
right. So they're
And-
going to be without him this season.
and he's
So that'll be interesting.
he's been recognized as a defensive genius, and he's working with the defensive coordinator and all the defensive coaches on how to make the Longhorn defense better this year. So
Right, right.
looking forward to that. Good luck to all of the colleges
And-
that open up this weekend. I know next weekend is going to be interesting because TCU plays SMU, and TCU hired the SMU coach
Oh, that's
from
right. I
last
forgot
year.
about
So
that.
that ought to be
That'll
a great
be an
game.
interesting game.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, we really liked football.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Even me.
Yeah, I've got her
One day
converted.
maybe I'll do a football 101 for all you ladies out there that don't get the game. I don't get it sometimes. I can never see a holding call ever.
You just got to look.
Ever. I never. Jack said, "Oh, holding." I'm like, "What? Where?" So,
Flag
you
goes
know.
out. Yeah, absolutely. Well, in this week's edition of All Around Town, we decided to do something a little different, and we'll explain that to you as we get into this week's edition of All Around Town. You know, one of the hottest topics that we brought up and talked about last week that we've heard so much comment on was the Joe Biden forgiving the college
Student loan
student
forgiveness.
loans.
yeah,
And we went on our Facebook group page, Karen, and we asked the question, what did you think about him forgiving college student loans?
you know,
Boy, we got some great answers.
and I made a comment during last week's show about the student loan forgiveness because unfortunately I do have student loans because when you have 4 kids, how do you come up with that kind of money? Anyway, so I made a comment about
7-Eleven.
how they need to rework them, and one of the questions from Gary Vaughn was, "Well, what do you mean?" So me personally, I went and looked at my own student loan, one of them,
Hmm.
to see, how those loans are paid, once you start paying on it. And I found out, and I didn't really know this, but because I was ignorant, the first 4 years of one of my student loans, there was no payment out of my hundred and something dollar payment that went to principal. Zero principal. Zero payment for 4 years. And then the next 5 years or 6 years, they paid maybe $1 or $10, or sometimes it might be $20.
Mm.
And that's what I was talking about. Don't do it that way. Rework it where the principal is getting more than the interest.
Yeah,
'Cause they're
rework
gonna
the
get
interest on the loan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, they're
make it
gonna
a
get a
simple interest loan.
they're going to get a ton in interest over because those student loans can be 10 to 20 years payout.
It could be.
And they're going to
Yeah.
get their interest over time. And that's kind of what I was meaning.
Right.
Is that,
And I think Gary got that too.
yeah, well,
So,
and you don't start paying a chunk to your principal. And even then, it's barely 50%. And so I was flabbergasted.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I was meaning by that. But anyway, that's.
We ask you, wonderful listeners out there and viewers, what your opinion was on our Facebook group page. We got some terrific, terrific answers, and we pulled about 3 of them that we could share with you. It's a complete and utter BS. It's a slap in the face to the people that worked hard and repaid their loans. Good point. That from Billy Bryan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, Also, somebody said, I totally disagree with this. This administration is spending money like we are the wealthiest nation on earth. I wonder if they have a special money tree that they haven't told the American people about, and that was sent in by Cindy Gale Northcutt Thomas.
Yeah, Cindy Gale, good one. I like that one. And finally, this one from Donna Briggs Moss out in Florida. I'm against it. So many things that money could go that would be helpful, like paying the trade schools for those who can't go to college.
It's so wrong in so
That
many
is
ways.
a great point.
And that's for both sides of the spectrum. It's so wrong in so many ways because not everybody's going to be qualifying it. So I put a couple of slides together to show uh, what loans are, who qualifies.
Uh-huh.
And so anybody with all federal student loans are included in this. And you have to earn less than 125,000 or 250,000 if you're a couple or household to receive $10,000 in forgiveness.
Wow.
Now, Pell Grants, you get up to 20,000. And
Wow.
then on types of loans is every type of federal loan qualifies. And one of the questions, and ones that's not been totally researched, is the FIFO and the Perkins loans. And so because a lot of them are held by private companies,
Hmm.
because no private loans are included in this bailout or stimulus or whatever you
Hey,
want
if
to
you're
call
going to
it.
do it for one, you need to do it for all. That's
Yeah,
the way I'll
that's
look
right.
at it, federal or private.
So, but one of mine is a FIFO,
Hmm.
and so I'm waiting to see. Hey, if they're stupid enough to do it, I'm smart enough to take it. I mean, for crying out loud.
We had one viewer say, and I kind of agree with him. Hey, you went to college, you got a degree, you got smart, so you ought to be smart enough to know how to pay back your student loans.
Yeah, I've been paying on mine since 2006.
God, forever it seems
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, and it's just
Have
crazy.
mercy. But I tell you what, that is still a hot talking point
It is.
for people around our greater Fort Worth area. Thank you so much for all of those comments. They were all well taken, well spoken, and we appreciate that very much.
And there was a ton more. We just, we don't want to take up the whole show talking about.
Right, right. But I'm sure a lot of you have your own opinions of the federal student loan bailout. I still disagree with it, but hey, it is what it is. As long as the Democrats have the checkbook,
Yeah.
we got to
Hey,
learn to live with it,
you
I
know, I'll
guess.
continue to make my payment either way. I mean, I'm obligated. I've signed the note, and
Yeah.
there you go. It's like, like some people are saying, hey, I'm going to turn my house and my mortgage into a student loan. So you can't do that.
I wish you could.
I wish you could.
I wish I could turn my car payment
But,
into a student loan. Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, but thank you again very, very much. We appreciate it. It's always nice to hear from you guys. Keep checking our Facebook group page because we're going to be throwing some questions out there and asking you for your humble opinion. We value them and we look forward to hearing from you each week
That's right.
on our Facebook
Absolutely.
group page. Hey, high school
High
football
school
kicked
football.
off
Woo, woo.
last week, and there was some great games. If you didn't have a chance to attend a high school football game, make plans this week because, golly, it is such great entertainment. There's nothing like running out on a field. Take it from experience to see a full crowd out there going
Yeah.
crazy over when you're hitting the field and when you're tired out on the field and you're sweating and your body feels like it's about ready to give up, and you hear that crowd
Yeah.
cheering you on. Boy, you get that extra adrenaline going.
Man, those young men, they're so
They-
cute.
They really give all they have, and what a great inexpensive form of
It
entertainment
is.
for you and your entire family. So we hope you will attend some of the local high school football games to support your local high school. And if you don't know who's playing this week, well, my special
And
K
I hope we
over
didn't
here,
mess up on this, but this is what we found.
my special K came up with this week's schedule of high school football. Well, there you
And
go.
there you have it.
There you go. So now we're going to try to feature those each week so that you will know when your favorite high school football team is going to be playing and where they're going to be
Yeah, and
playing
if there's
at.
a high school we miss, we'd be happy to add it to our list.
Absolutely.
We can't do every single high school in Tarrant County
Within a
and
50-mile
North
radius.
Texas. It just
Take up the whole show.
it would just go on and on forever.
Yeah. So anyway, good luck, young men. Hope your high school team is a winner this week. But high school football is not the only thing going on
No.
this weekend. It's
It's-
Labor Day weekend.
That's right.
So there's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of barbecuing.
A lot of working.
Yeah. a
That's
lot
what
of
it's supposed to
It honors our working men and women, and good Lord, they need it. They sure do, especially these days.
be. Well, here's what we have going on this week.
Uh-huh.
You got the Granbury Labor Day Festival and Sidewalk
That's
Sale.
a really big thing, too.
It is. From what I understand, it's on September the 2nd through September the 5th, and it's down at the historic Granbury Square.
Yeah. Now, all of the merchants, from what I understand, participate in this. They cut rock bottom prices to help
Yeah.
you with back to school and stuff like this. And they have all kinds of vendors out there, food. It's just a tremendous way to support our area and have a little fun,
And
too.
have a
and
little fun,
end
yeah.
the summer on a
And
high
hopefully
note.
it won't be too hot this weekend.
No, I don't think it is.
I don't think it's going to get in the hundreds or anything like that. So we can handle
I think
90s.
we've seen the last of the hundreds. I really do.
Also going on this weekend is the 5th annual Mid-Autumn Festival, and it's sponsored by the Asian. It is at Asian Times Square.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not sure on the details, but that is coming up. Hold on. If I can read, it's so small.
Yeah,
It's a 3-day event as well, starting
absolutely. Right.
tomorrow,
Mhm.
and it goes through the 4th. So if you know where Asian Times Square, go join them. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
Also, this weekend is the Stockyard Championship Rodeo. Hoof hoof. It's Sunday, September the 4th. It starts at 2. It's at Cowtown Coliseum on Exchange Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there is ticket prices, so you'll need to go online to uh, find out the ticket pricing.
Well, there you go.
And also this weekend is the Weatherford First Monday Trades Day.
Yep.
And of course, we have two people that have been on our show, Diane Payton
Mm-hmm.
with Designs by Diane, and Lisa Brooks with Brooks Boutique
Yep.
that has booths out there. So go out there and join them and say hi to them. They would sure love it.
Absolutely. It should be a fun weekend for everybody, and I'm sure that a lot of folks have got some backyard parties that are scheduled and
Well,
a little
we don't.
barbecuing. Well, I'm going to have my barbecue going.
Well, our backyard's so ugly.
Well, I will
And
say this,
brown.
with all of the rain, we have a resurrected backyard. It went from brown to turning green again. Thank you to the Lord above for all the rain. We got a little to this morning also.
Yeah,
So,
got a little this morning.
but anyway, whatever you do, just be very, very careful on the Labor Day weekend, okay?
Right. So
We'll
we
see
have
you
one
back.
great house to show you
Yeah,
today.
let's take a look at it.
If you're interested. This house is located at 131 Northeast McAllister Road in Burleson, Texas. It is listed by Jennifer Jaycox.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. And it is 1711 square feet with 3 beds, 2 baths.
Right?
If you're interested in pricing, give us a call and we will be happy to show it to you and help you make a purchase.
Absolutely. The number's right below us right here.
Now, Jackson
if-
charges sales, so call him. And you can call me too. But
You could call me even if you just want to talk. I'd love that.
yeah, I'm the
love to hear
contract
from you.
lady, so
Yeah, so-
I
If you are not having any plans for 3-day weekend this weekend and you want to go out and look at some homes, we'll be happy to help you. Just call us at the number listed below me right there, and I'll be happy. We will be happy to take you all out and take a look at that beautiful house listed by
absolutely,
Jennifer.
absolutely.
But if you have an idea, a suggestion, or a person you would like for us to interview, it's very simple, Karen. You can go on to our YouTube channel and just type in, go to YouTube, hit search, type in Plugged In, and that'll bring up all of our shows. Or we're seeing an increased membership in our Facebook group page, which we highly ask you to do. Just go on to Facebook, punch in group, and search and look for Powered Up and Plugged In,
yep.
and it'll come up and bring you up to date on everything we've got going on here at Plugged In, and it gives you an opportunity to voice your opinion if you have an opinion on something. Or the last thing they can do, Karen,
We also have the email address. It's called plugged in, all one word, 2024@gmail.com. You can always contact us that way. I'm twisted.
I know that.
Anyway, so, if you have any
must be
ideas.
the coffee.
Yeah. I have no whiskey in mine, but I don't drink whiskey, so
I don't have any in mind.
there you go.
Straight coffee.
So,
Straight coffee.
anyway, hook 'em horns this weekend.
Yeah, and good
Go
luck to all
Texas
the.
Tech, because I am a texter too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm still working on that one. Folks,
Yeah.
I really am. But anyway, we hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. And above all, please, please be safe. Be courteous to one another. I want to give a little shout out before we sign off. We were at Applebee's yesterday, and Sean happened to see an elderly couple heading out the door, and the gentleman was having difficulty walking, and he popped up and ran to the door, assisted him out, and assisted him in the car.
It sounds
And I told him when he got back, of course, my back was to it. I couldn't see what he's doing. I just saw him jump up. But I congratulate him. That does not cost a dime. It shows you care about your fellow
right.
human beings. And man, we need to see more of that.
Yeah, we may need
Every
somebody
single
like
day.
that in a few years.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I might need somebody to help me out to the car.
Yeah.
But anyway, we always tell you to please take care of each other. And don't forget, put it on your calendar. We need you to vote in the midterm elections in November, and please vote red. We've got to
Yeah.
get this mess straightened out.
Yeah.
Until we see you again, God bless all of you. God bless our great country, the United States of America. Until we see you again, take care.
Have a
Have a great
wonderful
weekend.
day.
And stay plugged in.
Plugged in.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.